Today on DNVR Buffs Live, we have another special guest. Cannot wait for you guys to hear from him in just a few seconds. And it's Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Let's have a great one.
Nation.
Let's go, baby.
Hell yeah, man. Friday vibes here in the Toyota Lounge, driven by your Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. It's been a fantastic week, a great week. Talked to quite a few new players.
Yes.
Let's do it again?
Let's do it again.
Hell yeah. Let's get off to it right away. Join us on the Xfinity mobile call-in line. We got former New Mexico State safety Naeten Mitchell, new Buff, joining the show. What's up, Nate? Thanks for joining us, man.
How's it going? Thank you for having me, man. I'm blessed to be here.
No problem, bro. We'll just start this off. Obviously, at New Mexico State a few years. We'll get to that here in a second. But what went into your decision to commit and join up with Coach Prime and the Buffs at Colorado?
I mean, just a blessing and an opportunity. I worked my tail off to get to this point, and just to be able to have this opportunity to go to the school and just the experience in this locker room, I'm just so excited.
What's it like as a defensive back, being sought after by Deion Sanders and obviously the rest of this coaching staff, and then getting to join up and play underneath him?
Most definitely. You can imagine the thoughts going through my brain once I heard that Deion was even interested in my film, or even saw my film. But just for him to say the words that he said to me and explain to me how good my film was, it's a different feeling, hearing it from somebody else. But once you hear it from Prime himself, it's a blessing for sure.
Love that, man. What can you tell us about the visit? What was it like out there? Who'd you hang out with? Coaches that you spoke to?
Oh, it was a blessing, man. I had Coach Oliver, the assistant safeties coach, with me. But I flew in, beautiful as you know, Denver. I drove through there, and then we went to the campus, and it was beautiful, man. The mountains, the campus, the stadium. It was just everything about it was awesome. The coaches, I met Coach Livingston. I met Coach Prime and a whole bunch of other coaches, and I continue to meet them as I get up there. But just talking to Coach Livingston, it was awesome being able to talk to him.
We heard a little bit from Coach Prime of this story. We heard you tell it to Dukes earlier today, but for those who haven't heard it, could you share a little bit about how your grandma kind of manifested this?
Man, my grandma has followed my whole football journey. So when I was younger, she always knew that I could make it she always believed I could make it to some point. But once I was about in my freshman year in college, actually, she texted Coach Prime, and she was telling me that she believed I could play for him, even before I thought this could happen. But yeah, she sent them a letter, man, and just was pretty much trying to send them my film. She probably doesn't know a bunch about recruiting, but she was trying to send them my film and everything like that. But God willing, I got to this point. So I'm just happy that she gets the experience, and I'm glad that I get this moment.
That's amazing, man. What does she mean to you?
Oh, that's my rock, man. That's my world. She supports me in so many ways. She's made a lot of sacrifices for me to get to this point, and I'm just glad that she gets to eat some of the fruits of her labor because she worked her tail off too, just as much as I have. So just blessed to have her in my corner.
Love that, bro. Just looking at your profile, this is something we've seen with a lot of transfers that they brought into Colorado this offseason. You were an unranked recruit back in 2023. You played really good football out at New Mexico State. Just what can you tell us about your journey to get to this point and how that's kind of, fired you up to get to Colorado?
It's been a long road, man. I feel like some of my high school film, I feel like I got overlooked, but I can't do nothing about that. I did what I could with what I had, and, I got to New Mexico State, played corner my freshman year, played a little bit my sophomore year, nickel, and then my junior year, I'm playing free now, and I got to go out there on the field and show what I can do finally. I found a spot that I liked and I got comfortable in, and I just ended up making plays that, came to me, and that's a shout out to New Mexico State and everything that they've done for me. And I can't really complain about, the journey that I've been on because I got to this point for a reason, so I'm just glad I'm here.
Love it, man. For those who aren't familiar with your game yet, but probably will be soon, what can you tell them? How would you describe your style of play?
I'll say I'm just a playmaker. You know, I love the game. I got into the game for football. You know, I didn't get into it for the money or anything like that. I just love the game, and I feel like I can my film kind of speaks for itself. You know, I'm versatile. I love the game of football. You know, when I see the ball in the air or I see somebody with the ball, you know, I think I can make that play. So, yeah, I'm just a ball hog pretty much. I can play anything in the back end. And I'm just excited.
Nate, I went to UNM. I grew up in Albuquerque. You were down there in Las Cruces. It's a little bit different, but it's mostly the same. You know, New Mexico is kind of it's a gritty state. So what was your time like there at New Mexico State? You know, what were some of the things that you really learned, you know, playing out there and trying to get to this part, you know, big Power 4 college football?
Yeah, I feel like the biggest thing that I've learned in my college career is probably just to, you know, forgive myself for certain plays. You know, sometimes I fail to realize that a lot of these guys have been that guy they were that guy in high school, and you're meeting that guy in high school. So just realizing that I'm not going to make every single play that comes to me, and just learning from my mistakes, and just for overall New Mexico, you know, moving out here, the people are amazing. You know, everybody's welcoming. I met a whole bunch of friends, a lot of people that I'm going to miss when I leave, but it's beautiful out here. They got good food. They got, I mean, like I said, good people, and also great coaches, and a great football community. So it's awesome.
One of the themes of all the guys we've talked to and heard about that were on that visit last week and and really have joined the team is like this hunger to really succeed at this level and turn around Colorado after a tough season. Did you notice that, you know, as kind of the guys that you were on your visit with, of just that a lot of kind of like-minded individuals?
Most definitely. As soon as I walked into that coaching office, or even I walked into BJ's, I could just feel that those coaches wanted to win. You know, all of them greeting me. They're talking about, you know, the future and how we want to change from last year, because they're not happy about last year. And I'm just coming up there to work. You know, I talked to Ben Finneseth. I believe that's how you say his last name, but he played free there last year, and you know, he has his mind on straight. You know, he kind of went through what I went through this year, actually, in Mexico State. So, I mean, being able to talk to him and hear his mindset, I mean, he's ready to go for sure.
Love that, man. You know, just kind of along that, Colorado, especially in the prime era, you know, they've had Shiloh, they had Cam Silman Craig, last year Tawfiq Byard. They've really had some really good safeties coming through in the Coach Prime era. Just what does it mean to you to kind of maybe be the next in line to do that, but also to try and follow that up, what those guys, the precedent those guys have set the past few years?
No, most definitely. Obviously, it's a blessing to be able to be named with some of those guys, and I'm just excited to show what I can do. You know what I mean? I just want to buy in as much as I can and be an asset to this team. And you know, if eventually being in one of those names comes up in the future, you know, I'm grateful for that. So I'm just excited to get up there and be able to do my job.
Love that, man.
You are related to our guy, Jade Barron. Is that true?
Yeah. My mom
go.
actually is very close with her mom, and we pretty much, you may have saw the picture, but we pretty much grew up together, and I've been in separate areas sometimes, but we've always, like, you know, bumped into each other, and we work, and he's just been a great mentor this far.
That's awesome. That's cool that you guys will be right down the road. Both of us huge Broncos fans here, so we're pulling for obviously him and the whole squad in the playoffs.
Most definitely.
Nate, I mean, we have a teammate of yours who's also committed, Tyler Martinez. Just what can you tell us about him? What type of player are the Buffs getting in him as well?
Man, I'm so happy for that guy, man. You know, I know not a lot of people know how hard people work, but Tyler Martinez is a guy that I could say that will die on that field. You know, I mean, last year he wasn't happy with you know, getting injured. I was in on the play when he got injured. I could just see the pain. You know, when you work so hard for something and you come up short off of injury, that sucks. But just to see him fight this year, and even when he was hurt, he was a great teammate. He was on the field. He was coaching. He had the headset on, and I mean, I'm just excited that he gets an opportunity. I'm glad I get another one with him. I just texted him actually, just telling him that I'm glad I get another one with you, and he's ready to work. I know that there's a lot of guys that are ready to work, but I know he's one guy that will literally die on the field for football.
Let's go.
Is that nice too, just to have, you know, someone who you have a pre-existing relationship with coming up there to Boulder with you?
I mean, going by myself, you know, I would have had to do it myself. But if I get Tyler with me too, I mean, that'd be awesome. If I get Ezra too, I don't know. We're trying to
Let's go.
We're trying to see what he does, but I mean, just getting even one is just a blessing to be able to come in.
Love that, man. I mean, you mentioned talking to Coach Rob Livingston during your visit. Just what did you learn from him? Obviously, he's kind of coached safeties all throughout his career to this point, being the DC now. Just what did you learn from him? What did you like about what you heard from Coach Rob?
I could just hear how experienced he was, and how he says to being the dog off the side of the road that get picked up. I feel like I'm kind of that guy too. So I mean, I'm just ready to go to work with him. I know I saw Von Bell up there also.
Yep.
I get Von Bell to mentor me as well. So I mean, just being up there, seeing his wisdom and just his education for the game. I'm excited to just get under his wing and learn. Really, I'm ready to listen.
Who are some of the other guys that were out there when you were in Boulder that you might have connected with that are going to be Buffs as well?
Who have I talked to? There was a couple of D line. I didn't really get to talk to anybody that much. I just talked to Ben pretty much. But yeah,
Ben's a
that's
goofball.
I really Ben and pick Ben's brain.
He's a funny guy, huh?
Yeah, he's a great dude. I can tell he's serious on the football field because he was talking about communicating already in hand signals. So I'm ready to see what he got for sure. I'm excited.
Ben's a legend, man. Tell us about the Naeten Mitchell off the field. What are the things you like to do away from football? What do you hope to get a degree in and do with your life? Maybe hopefully long in the future after football too.
For sure. I want to do business entrepreneurship. Eventually, I want to be a realtor and probably I want to sell like commercial buildings and maybe apartments, things like that. But just being there with my story, I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? I worked my tail off to get here, and just being able to be here is a blessing.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you for joining us. Congratulations on being a Buff, and we can't wait to see you up here once you get to Colorado.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much.
And thanks for watching the show yesterday.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Most definitely. You know how to tap in, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Nate. We'll see you up in Boulder very soon.
Most
And there he goes, man. What a week. 6 players on the show today? Or this week?
2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Let's go. Hell yeah. Shout out to chat, though, too. Who was that? Statesman. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. Awesome. That was great, man. It's so cool getting to know these guys. Like, getting to know in 15 minutes is probably a strong word, but
right.
Just getting to see what each one of these guys is like, how they're different, what makes them tick, has been cool. And as always, the with character part shines through, I think, when these guys hop on the show with us. So I'm really excited for Naeten Mitchell.
Me too, man. Me too. He's in line to be a starter right now, and obviously this is a position, like I asked him, like this has been a very impactful position for Colorado the last 3.5, 4 seasons now. Those safeties, and they've really been kind of some of the engines that have driven this defense. So let's hope that he's the next in line. He had insane stats this last year, all conference type of guy too. So, and another one of those unranked recruits coming up. Like he really got out of the mud too. So this is exciting.
Absolutely, and hopefully the next in a line of some great safety play at Colorado.
For sure.
Cam and Shiloh, and then Tafiq last year. There's a good lineage there.
Yep, and already hanging around Ben. So,
dude, let's talk about Ben on the other side of the break.
All right, let's do it. Let's hit this break and shout out our friends over at Xfinity, man. They're reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi. And check this out. Right now, they got a 5-year price guarantee. That's like a premium contract in the NFL. I mean, shoot, we'll get there in NIL and college football soon, I guess. 5 years.
That's redshirt year and all 4 years of eligibility.
Exactly. It's a whole entire college career. Lock in your Wi-Fi price for an entire college career. Stream all those games, play the games over the internet, all that good stuff. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years as well. And the best part, no annual contracts, no hidden fees, and you get Xfinity's best equipment included, man. We all know how it is when it comes to Wi-Fi. When you go and buy some random router from whatever store, it's highly unreliable usually. Get Xfinity's equipment and get it all for 5 years. Championships are won, records are broken, we got rebuilds, all kinds of stuff can happen in 5 years, but your Wi-Fi, that should stay reliable and the price should stay put. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more at xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only, restrictions apply.
The snow has did you start the timer late?
Yeah, I started a little late.
Snow has officially fallen here in Denver, Colorado, and this morning the roads were kind of rough, but not for me. 'Cause I got my Toyota.
Yes, sir.
And I have 100% full trust in my Toyota whenever I hit the roads, and they might be a little sketchy. What's great about Colorado is the roads are already dry.
It's amazing.
It's
Love it.
unbelievable. But you got to check out Toyota for all types of conditions. And one of my favorite things about my Toyota is I just never have a doubt about it. It's snowing, we're going to be good.
Yep.
It's 110 degrees, we're going to be good. We're driving 1,000 miles, we're going to be good. I just love it. I love my Toyota, and you can love yours too when you go to check out our friends over at a Front Range Toyota store near you. AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe and Centennial, Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of Colorado Athletics and the official vehicle of DNVR. Let's go places.
All right, back on the show. First off, Joseph Williams is not entering the portal. That was a complete error on 3's part, so don't worry about that at all.
JoJo has been so dedicated to the Buffs.
Yes, he has.
Take him at his word.
Yes.
Speaking of being dedicated to the Buffs, Ben Finneseth. I think this is now the 4th or 5th person I heard that committed.
Right.
That mentioned Ben being on their visit. Like, was this dude hosting everyone?
I think Cam did a lot of this too.
Yeah.
So, Ben, it's no surprise for me to see him doing this now.
I just, there are people, and this happens with all players, but there's like people who are like, Ben hit the portal, blah, blah, get him out of here. And it's like the value that someone like Ben brings to this team goes so beyond what people see. And that's a perfect example. And it's someone who loves this program, who I think really believes in the coaching staff, who has self-reflected, as he mentioned on this show, about wanting to be a better teammate and a better Buff, and is just going out there and delivering on all of those things right now. So we're lucky to have Ben on our side, man.
Absolutely, man. I mean, going back to when he was on our show, he talked about looking through the gates when he was, coming up in high school and wanting to play here. Like, his love for CU is different. He is a lifelong CU guy. It was his dream to be here. So the fact that he's going to be here again this season is amazing. But he's also, I think, really recognizing the gravity of like his responsibility as a leader and a senior on this team.
Exactly. We've talked about a lot about like needing leadership and needing guys who play with heart and needing all that stuff. And like, that's not to discount that Ben has all that.
Exactly.
And has certainly, leaves it all on the field and is willing to do anything for the betterment of the program.
100%, man. Shout out Ben Finneseth.
And he's fucking hilarious.
Yes, he is. Unbelievable. Must follow on Instagram, by the way. He'll post a 5-second IG story that just leaves me cackling. It's hilarious. Okay. To recruiting and portal updates we go. We had some guys pop up on campus today who are big name players. Oh, boy.
Big name is in like a lot of letters.
We will get to him. First off, we're going to start with Matai Tagoa'i. Oh, shit. Tagoa'i?
Let me see. You got to turn it.
Sorry. Tagoa'i?
Tagoa'i? I don't know.
Tagoa'i? Either way, this guy is an animal. He was a 2025 4-star recruit who committed to USC. He is from San Clemente, California, 6'3", 190. But he is all over the field. Scotty posted his practice highlights at USC, and the dude is just a playmaker. Didn't play much this last year. I think he only had a handful of tackles, but he did force a fumble. He was on campus yesterday.
And he was a true freshman this last year. So, again, he played in 8 games, so that's a year of eligibility. So he's got three years of eligibility left. And like you mentioned, just playmaker, seems like he's instinctual, plays very fast. And, that linebacker room hasn't always been solved here. So adding talent to it is certainly not a problem in my eyes.
Without a doubt, man. This would be a massive get, obviously. He posted the picture. Is the wall a thing still? Where are we at with that?
I think
he's
the wall
posted it on the wall.
I think the wall still has a pretty high hit rate.
Okay, so he posted the wall. We'll see what happens with that moving forward here, but this is clearly a position the Buffs are trying to hit very hard in the portal. Yesterday, there was also a offer sent out that was very notable. That was Cal Poly center Racin Delgatty. How do we feel about that name?
Sounds like a thing that you're doing in F1.
Pretty much. But he was an all-conference player for them. Has played a lot of interior, mostly center, as I said. But this is a guy he's getting a ton of offers. He posted his Colorado offer yesterday, and he was right after that. It was like Michigan, I think Oklahoma State, Kansas. He's going to go visit a few more of those schools, it sounds like. But Colorado is in the running for his recruitment. We'll see if he takes a visit here.
Definitely. And we're going to see ads at the center position. So
100%.
This would be a big one to get.
All right, bro, you ready?
I'm ready.
This is
Just say it with confidence. Whatever
Billy
you say.
Taufatufoa.
That was perfect. How could I correct that?
All right. San Jose State defensive lineman, played in 11 games last year, 34 total tackles, 7 tackles for a loss, and 3 sacks. I believe this guy, it says he's from New Zealand.
Oh.
Played for San Jose State. He has been there going back to, he's been all over the place. So he started high school in New Zealand, went to NMMI, New Mexico Military Institute, which we talked about earlier in the week, played there in 2022, all 12 games. Went to Utah, did not play there in 23, played only once, I think, in 24, but then played every damn game last year for San Jose State and had some really good stats.
Balled out, yeah.
Listed at 259, 6'3". So they've gotten a handful of these guys, and I don't know if Rob Livingston's pretty much played exclusive 4 down at Colorado, but they're getting so many of these like
stand-up edges.
Kinda, yeah. Like I do wonder if they're gonna mix some 3 down in, but we'll see.
I wouldn't be surprised to see some change-ups on the way that they play defense next year and just some stuff added to the toolbox. But this dude is violent, aggressive, active on the field, and I would be really excited to get him. He also posted a picture on the wall, so hopefully that is still a thing. But yeah, I love it, and I love the influx of Polynesian influence we're seeing on the roster. Something we talked about since Pecco got here. Something that has been, was really a calling card for Colorado in the heydays, in the glory days. So always wanted to try and open that back up, and it feels like we're seeing that open back up, which is great.
Totally. This is the area of the country that Domata Pecco was, that's where his kids played. First off, Domata Jr. and Joseph Pecco, they played in that area, especially where Matai Tagoa'i, he played, the former USC guy, that San Clemente area, I believe. So they got to have connections, clearly. And, Domata Pecco is obviously, been the father to his kids who have come up through that system. So they probably know a lot of people out there.
Yep. And I also think you're just something I've noticed. There's a lot of doubling up from these schools that we're pulling from.
Mm-hmm.
Double up from New Mexico State.
Right.
Double up from JMU. I'm sure there's more. But now you could double up from San Jose State with, of course, Danny Phantom also coming from there.
Right. Like Nate mentioned in the interview, Ezra Christian came in on
I think we're planning to double up from Tulane.
Totally. Potentially triple up at New Mexico State with Ezra Christensen, too. He has been posting other offers. I'm pretty sure he's already left for his visit. Notre Dame, Iowa State, Baylor. I mean, he's very highly sought after in the transfer portal. He had a very good year, so we feel good about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
That's kind of it for right now. I mean, you mentioned yesterday it's another big recruiting weekend. Could be news the next 3-4 days as we go through.
It's going to be a good time to just be watching football and scrolling your phone during commercials.
Hell yeah.
And seeing what new picture just dropped.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's talk last night's game, Fiesta Bowl, Miami to the national title. What a game, too. Is that the best college football playoff game so far?
I feel like they've all been good.
This one was different. At least the last half of the
Ole
fourth
Miss
quarter.
Georgia was pretty sick.
That was a great game too.
Yeah. That was awesome. And what a run for Miami.
Yep.
Especially as the last team in.
Yeah.
Because of course, only one of JMU and Tulane had to be in, so I guess you could say that one of them was the last team in.
Yeah.
But either way, last Power 5 team in or Power 4, and they just look really, really good. Carson Beck, my apologies to you. All the bad things I said about you, I think he's developed very nicely and looks very like calm and poised back there making plays. Malachi Toney is so fun to watch.
Unbelievable, that guy.
And that defense is just full of dogs.
Yep. I mean, they were triple teaming Ruben Bain. They were trying to do all they could to keep them. I don't think they actually registered a sack, but I mean, their influence was clearly present all night. Malachi Toney is insane. He reclassified.
So he's 17, 18?
Yeah, he was a 3-star 2025 player after he reclassified. He was a 4-star 2026, yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that unbelievable?
That is crazy. That catch that he almost made. I mean, he made the catch, but the catch that
toes
almost
came down
counted.
first.
That's not how it works.
I understand how it works, but like, I don't know.
It was an unbelievable effort, no matter what.
It was.
Just a freak athlete, and yeah, I found myself being happy for Carson Beck as he was running into the end zone with a smile from ear to ear.
Yep.
That was cool.
Yep, kind of an all-timer highlight, that one. That's Miami's really first national title game appearance since 2003.
Which is so wild because Miami was just like, 2003 is like our formative year. Like Miami was just the coolest thing.
Yep.
And then it just disappeared. Obviously, there was sanctions and stuff that attributed to that or contributed to that.
Yep.
But it's cool to have him back. It's cool to have him back just because I think that's just one of those programs that college football needs.
Totally, man. We'll see who plays them after tonight's game in the Peach Bowl. But Miami, man, I didn't realize too until they started kind of doing the feature last night towards the end of the game, just how Mario Cristobal really kind of rebuilt Oregon too. Like they were down bad when he got there, and how he was able to really turn that program around into what it kind of is this year, and what it is today with what Dan Lanning's doing. Like, put some respect on Mario Cristobal for what he's done the last few seasons, not just rebuilding Miami, but in terms of what he did at Oregon.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
What do you? A lot of people are calling Indiana a blowout tonight.
No, I don't think it's a blowout. Do we pick it right now?
Sure.
Do you have the game, Alyssa?
Can we do it on the other side of the break?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do it on the other side of the break. We got a lot to talk about still, so let's hit that and pick up the show. Shout out to our friends over at Bet365. Last night's game down to the wire. 3.5 point line, 4-point win for Miami. Were you on the right side?
I was on the right side.
Good. Love to hear that.
I was also on the under though, and that was the right side for 50 minutes of football.
Yeah. Explosions in the second half, or the back end of the second half, really. Got another one tonight and much more to come with the NFL playoffs starting this weekend. What a weekend for football. Make sure you're hitting up our friends over at Bet365 to get in on all the action. They got Sunday night football jackpots. They got Thursday night touchdowns. They got a bunch of stuff going on for NBA tip-off Tuesdays. Of course, they got the early money line payouts as well. And breaking news from Bet365, new customers now get $200 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose. Sign up, use the code DNVR365, deposit $10, and place a bet for $5 to get $200 in bonus bet if your bet wins or loses. Bonus bets can be used on anything: spread, totals, player props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. You must be 21 or older and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
We're just a couple hours away from the weekend, depending on where you live, how close you may be to the weekend. And that means some of you are going to be getting out there for your weekend tennis match. Maybe you play pickleball. Maybe you have softball, or you play in a beer league, hockey league. You want to make sure, especially if you're getting up there in age, that you have a health center that's going to take care of you if you get injured, and also prevent you from getting injured as well. And Common Spirit is the best when it comes to that. They're so good. They take care of the Denver Broncos, the number one seed in the AFC. And so they are obviously qualified to take care of you. Their experts understand the unique demands of your body so that you can get personalized treatment, combining things like physical therapy, injury prevention strategies, and strength training. Do not let an injury keep you on the bench. And even better, You can get proactive about your health so you never have to hit the bench in the first place. For more information, visit mountain.commonspirit.org. Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos.
Alrighty, here we go. Back on the show. Pick a side. Peach Bowl. This is the second to last college football game of the year. Did you realize that?
That sucks.
Yeah.
I don't like how confident everyone is in Indiana.
Okay.
And I'm probably still going to ride with them.
Okay.
But I'm just going to tell you, it makes me uncomfortable, probably because of how badly I want Oregon to never win a national championship.
Yeah.
But it just feels like everyone's like taking this one for granted.
Yeah.
I'm already seeing like lines posted of what Indiana and Miami will be. Like, I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that.
So I will add, this is kind of the game, though, in this year that kind of changed the narrative, where instead of it being, oh, is Indiana actually that good? They just beat up on all the small teams. When they beat Oregon early in the year, that was when it was like, okay, they're kind of for real. I'm going to take Indiana as well. And I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be kind of like the last game. It was, I think, 30-20 final score. And even then, that wasn't reflective of the actual game. It was much closer than the final 10-point margin. So
yeah, the second half was, or you're talking about, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Scotty picked Oregon.
Yeah. I get it.
I mean, last night's game was on the knife edge of that number exactly, too.
For sure.
But, yeah, what a story Kurt Signetti has been. We'll see how it all plays out tonight. Let's do a little transfer portal recap for us real quick. I know we did the 5-minute thing, but some kind of...
yeah, we got to clip that, too.
For sure, we will. Some little, like, superlatives, though. Favorite transfer so far for you?
Oh, wow. I didn't know. I was not prepared for this.
I apologize.
You start.
I mean, shout out to Naeten Mitchell and shout out to all the guys who have joined us this week. But Cam Perry, to me, I think is going to be different. Also, Leafow yesterday at linebacker, just probably the most proven transfer so far. Shout out Santana. I like a lot of guys. Shout out Santana Hopper too, man. His film is unbelievable.
I know. I don't know. I could go either way, but I'll go Danny Phantom as my favorite so far, and then on defense, I'm going one each. Gideon Lampron. Lamprin.
Is there a transfer that you'd be willing to go, kind of watch out for this guy? He's going to make waves. He's going to be a better player than anyone could think right now. Maybe that's a bit too much, but like your underdog guy.
I don't know if he's an underdog. Well, I mean, a lot of these guys have been underdogs their whole life, but it's so hard with this team because I think everyone has high expectations for everyone. But Naeten Mitchell.
Yep.
I think that he's going to be a key cog of this defense.
I'll shout out his former teammate, Tyler Martinez, man. Just because we got an ABQ kid on the team now.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
I mean, it's going to be fun to see how the linebacker thing shakes out.
Absolutely.
Last year, I wouldn't say it was all that fun.
No, not at all. All right. I just kind of have national stuff now that we can talk about. Off the back of the national title, Trinidad Chambliss, the national semifinal, Trinidad Chambliss had his waiver denied today. Ole Miss and Chambliss are expected to pursue legal action to bring this into, to Mississippi courts because it's all of a sudden the CSC's like waking up and stuff. And like, did you hear about this buyout stuff also, by the way, which we can get into? But your thoughts on Trinidad trying to seek a waiver for a 6th college season?
Bro, just go to the league.
I agree.
You're good enough.
It makes zero sense to me why he's trying to stay in college.
I mean, hey, I would stay in college for another year too if I go to 7th year, 6th year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, especially if someone was paying me $5 million to do it. But just go to the league.
Yep.
It's time.
I agree.
And how old is he? Got to be 23, 24.
He's got to be close. I mean, he played.
So then you're going to be 24, 25 going into the league?
Yeah. But I mean, that's just how it is now. Like all these guys are older and, he started at Ferris State in 2021. So this would be his 6th year. 4 of them, of course, all at Ferris State, but yeah.
Get ready to learn NFL, buddy.
Saying that like it's a bad thing.
I know.
It's crazy. But yeah, let's talk about this too. All of a sudden, the CSC has a pulse. Brennan Sorsby,
Which is the Collegiate
Sports Commission, I think, is what it's
Sports
called.
Commission? Okay.
So Brennan Sorsby, obviously one of the top quarterback transfers in the country. He ends up going to Texas Tech. They have the most, if not one of the biggest budgets in the country, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Ross Dellinger was talking about this earlier today, where basically there's some changes to the rev share cap rules for next year. So how he wrote it out, this is from his Twitter. Schools can now use rev share pay an additional $2.5 million from that, originally set aside only for scholarships. However, they will incur a 20% fine for how much of that $2.5 million is used. So some schools will incur a 100% fine for that for this year. Basically,
What?
it makes zero sense, bro. And then also with that, apparently Texas Tech's gonna have to pay like a buyout to Cincinnati that's equivalent to like $1 million for getting Sorsby.
Since when?
It's just it's on the timeline. I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
You know what? Someone mentioned this the other day, and it is a slippery slope. But do you know how transfers work in like European football?
Not
Soccer.
really. No, I haven't followed much.
Basically, like if big team wants to take good player from little team, they just have to buy them from them.
Right.
And so again, like that would then ensue that the teams own a contract with the player.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that would be great. You want to go take Ferris State's quarterback? You got to pay him $1 million.
Yep.
Well, now you get that. That helps these other schools with their programs and all of that. I think it'd be really cool. Like when you're a fan of a smaller club in Europe, it's like when a player balls out, like he's gone.
Right.
But someone's gonna have to come pay like $35 million just to get him or whatever, and then you use that money to buy 10 more young players who you hope to get 3 or 4 of them to develop into what that guy is. And like it's a vicious cycle, I guess, because you never really get to keep your talent if you're one of
Right.
the small guys. But that's what we're at right now. It would be cool if there could be a way to have transfer fees and transfer prices so that the teams could get compensated for it. That being said, though, you don't want a situation where like a player is stuck at a lower level because the bigger schools don't want to pay the transfer fee.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I kind of love that, though. I think the Northern Illinois coach was talking about this earlier in the year when he was asked about it. But I've always kind of thought that college football could fit the European soccer-ish model really well. It'll never happen because there's just too much money involved and the conferences are going to bicker and stuff, and they don't ever want to be put on like a 1 through 10 pecking order, right? And have that determine it. But in terms of like relegation and promotion and stuff like that, I think that that's a way to potentially fix what you're facing in the CFP, to potentially bring in another type of championship in for those who maybe don't make it, like an NIT sort of type thing,
Okay.
I mean, even if it's G5 that you let in, and you separate the G5 and Power 4 and you have some type of system there. I've always thought that would work, but because of how money's so involved with these conferences and schools, it's just a point where they're not going to give up that money.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't want to, could you imagine if, who's an example, like Auburn, right? They had a bad year. Like if they all of a sudden got kicked down, out of the SEC, they wouldn't let that happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, the cool thing about the way that it works in the Premier League with relegation and promotion is just almost every game matters for something.
Right.
And then they have these cups that you can qualify for.
Yeah.
I shouldn't call it cups, but the Champions League. If you finish in the top 4, you get to go to the Champions League. And then there's the Europa League below that. So it's you're either playing to try and get into one of those competitions or you're playing to not get relegated.
Yes.
It's cool.
I don't mind that. Anyways, though, kind of continuing on with this. So the Brennan Sorsby thing. This is from Justin Williams, who writes for, he covers college football and basketball for The Athletic. This is kind of the headline of his story. Brennan Sorsby, the top transfer portal quarterback this window, transferred to Tech with 1 season remaining on a multi-year revenue sharing agreement with Cincinnati that included $1 million buyout. So that's where that's coming from, because he was tied into revenue sharing stuffs with his deal, I guess, that he signed, which is basically what Washington was going to fight with Damond Williams, which was a ridiculous situation. Now all of a sudden he's going to come back to Washington.
Do you know how stupid it is that we have to like as diehard fans of the sport, we have to like figure this shit out on the fly?
It's crazy.
Like we have to have some sort of semblance of rules and regulations that we can understand as fans.
Yep.
You know, like all the stuff I was just talking about with transfers in European soccer, like everyone knows how it works.
Right.
There's not like
Right.
all of a sudden one player goes and they're like, oh, there's this new thing where this happens and that happens. Like, no, like as in terms of building a product for entertainment and for fans, which is all what this is built on the back of, we have to have a system that fans can actually understand and comprehend. And there's not every single time a new situation comes up, everyone just throws their hands up in the air saying like, I don't know, I've never seen this one before.
Yeah, totally. I mean, literally, this is just from scrolling Twitter today that I found these two things. Like, if I wasn't scrolling Twitter, I wouldn't have known that. I wouldn't have found that out. Like, it makes zero sense to me, and it just shows that however they do it, there needs to be some sort of leadership for college football, some sort of guardrails, some sort of commissioner. I don't know how it's done or how it gets fixed, but they got to start implementing some of this stuff, man.
Yeah, for sure.
That being said, kind of some interesting news, potentially. Justice Haynes, the former Michigan running back, he announced he was going to go back to school, I think, initially, or stay in college. Seems like Georgia Tech, though, is going to be the leader in the clubhouse for his commitment. Obviously, they're a real ground and pound team. They have a new OC that they're going to have, new quarterback that they're going to have as well, but just from watching Michigan this year, Justice Haynes is different. He's way better than Jamal Haynes, who was their running back last year, who ultimately did have a very disappointing season. He ended up as their third leading rusher.
Wow.
Not even their top running back. But Justice Haynes would be different. That's a dude right there.
Interesting. Yeah, my only thought is eventually the Buffs are going to get one of these guys.
Yes.
When I say one of these guys, I mean a top running back. So don't count us out.
100% agreed, man. But there's just a lot going on with Georgia Tech right now. That's definitely a team kind of in transition. So
Yeah, I heard from someone recently who has ties to the area, essentially said like it's panic mode over there.
wow.
Yeah, like fans are melting down, boosters are melting down, players don't like, what is it, Key?
Yeah, Brent Key.
Yeah, they're like kind of sick and burnt out of him. Like,
Interesting.
yeah. So hopefully the dysfunction continues.
Yeah. I mean, new quarterback, new OC, that stuff going on. Sheesh.
Who did we just talk to that I saw is from Atlanta? One of our transfers that we talked to this week is from Atlanta, and I was like, oh, that's cool for them. Get to go home for the first game.
Oh, shoot. I don't know right now. I can try and find that out, though. In news for former Buffs, though, DJ McKinney is apparently signed with Notre Dame.
Interesting. Good for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. That's big time. Honestly, congrats to him. Hopefully he can get his career turned around and in the right direction, man, because he clearly has the talent.
Absolutely. Very talented kid.
We talked about London Merritt to Clemson. Tawfiq Thomas, though, Georgia Tech bound. So they'll see him, or we'll see him again in about 9 months or so.
I feel like Tawfiq Thomas has been in college football for a really long time.
Where did he come from? Louisville?
Louisville, yeah. But I think he was somewhere before there.
Yeah, he was. Alex McPherson went to Penn State. We had two of them go to Texas A&M. Hey, Coach Prime didn't lie. Jaheim Otis to Ole Miss. Coach Prime didn't lie. Players entering the portal in Colorado were doing it for money.
Well, not everyone. There's always different reasons, but
There were some.
a lot of those guys are getting the money.
They are. And then did you see the Braylon Edwards picture earlier today?
No.
Here, I could try and send this to Alyssa real quick, but Texas kid, right?
Yes.
He's finding out, and it's fine out here right now. Apparently in Boulder, it was treacherous with the snow today.
Treacherous.
I mean, dude's buried.
Yeah, there's a little bit of snow. Come on, ain't no treachery involved.
I'll send it to her. Let's see if you could pull that up. But a lot of the new guys are they've already showed up to campus though. The high school recruits in particular though.
Yep.
So they're getting used to it all out here and taking in all the elements and all that.
Yeah, it's funny because back in the day, an early enrollee was like, man, maybe you could get 1 or 2 in a class. Now it's like if you're not an early enrollee, you're kind of fucking up.
Pretty much, yep.
Which is crazy to me because that means these guys don't get to do the second semester of their senior year of high school, which
I know, bro.
That was a fun time.
Legendary.
But these guys
time.
are a lot more locked in than I ever was.
Yep. Look at Braylon Edwards right there.
That's just a little dusting.
What we got was a dusting, bro. And even then, that was like 3-4 inches.
He's going to need a better jacket, I'll tell you that.
At least he's wearing the hat and repping already.
Yeah.
Love to see it, man.
But yeah, the snow's already melted.
Yeah, it's crazy. It really
Which
is.
actually is kind of cool for guys who are visiting, like to see a true Colorado winter day.
Yep.
Where it's you wake up, there's snow on the ground, and by the time you go home from work, it's like 50 degrees and sunny, and
Yep.
it looks like it's raining from the trees because all the snow is melting off of it.
Yep. Did you see the picture that Zoc posted yesterday, Andrew Zoc of the fields?
Yeah.
Just that light dusting
Yeah,
of snow.
it
Oh
was
my God,
cool.
it looks so good. All right, well, if you have questions or something, put them in chat. We got about 12 minutes here. How about the SEC? 3 years in a row, no national title appearance. And they're the ones complaining and campaigning to take half the playoff spots.
Yeah, the SEC can fuck out of here
Yeah.
with their elitism. 3 years in a row?
They've lost any like type of
Leverage?
superiority.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see Big Ten versus SEC for the championship, and really could be Pac-12 in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to see New Age Big Ten versus the ACC for the national championship. The SEC is talking about we should get 5, 6 automatic bids. Like, nah, man. Stop with your and what's crazy is perception is reality when it comes to this stuff. And we just allow the SEC to just like march around talking about how their schedule's harder than everyone else, and we play it, but like there's no real way of comparing it. And then you try to show like their record in bowl games, and, oh, they didn't care.
Yep.
And you try to
Yep.
show the preseason stuff, and it's like, oh, well, it's not as important. And they're more focused on getting into this schedule. And it's like, no, dude, it's really not that hard to go to Starkville
Yeah.
and get a win compared to what has to be done in the Big Ten or the Big 12.
Totally, man. Totally. I mean, you mentioned those bowl records. So ACC and Big Ten are both 9-4. They're very far ahead of anyone else. The Big 12 is 4-4. And then the SEC, they have played each other a couple times. 3-5, it looks like. That would be 4-10 overall, I think, given all the games they played against each other.
Yeah, we
Doesn't
just
make
have to stop letting them like parade around like it's so much harder to play in the SEC.
It just means more, though, bro.
And I'm not saying it's not a great conference. It is.
Of course.
But it's not just worlds above everyone else like they would want you to believe.
100% agree, man. 100% agree. Lagway's still taking visits. That's interesting.
That's crazy.
That he's still visiting after.
Like, you're used to seeing that from high school players. I don't know if I've seen it much from transfer portal players.
There's no rules right now.
Well, there certainly isn't, yeah. Well, and transfers have it the easiest in terms of like, well, I guess letter of intents don't matter anymore either. But you don't
Right.
have to sign a letter of intent when you're a transfer.
Yeah.
The only thing that really locks you into a school is when you are enrolled in class.
Yep. Or apparently, if you take or sign a deal for rev share money that we saw too.
Yep.
LJ Martin sounds like he's going back to school. I don't know if BYU is on the schedule this year. Let me check, but
Okay.
that's a big one for the Big 12 in 2026. And for what it's worth, too, not on the schedule, by the way, but for what it's worth, Bear Bachmeier re-signed, and he had to post it. A true freshman quarterback has to announce that he's re-signed and relocking in for the next season.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
He's not going anywhere ever.
Probably not. But yeah, Big 12's been pretty active and stuff, so we'll see.
That's the other thing. Like, learning your own team's roster is hard enough
Right.
with all the change, but then you got to like go and find all like we'll know nothing at the Big 12 about the Big 12 in like a month.
Absolutely.
It'll take all off season for us to be like, oh right, so like ASU, they got Cutter Boley, and he's going up against what's his face in the quarterback competition, and oh right, they got that CSU linebacker. Like it's just crazy.
It is crazy. Speaking
By
of
the way,
Mason, go ahead.
On the CSU linebacker, Owen Long, is that his name?
Yeah.
How is there just not any, like, one of the most, I guess, coveted transfer portal prospects was playing linebacker at Colorado State. I literally never heard his name until he entered the transfer portal.
They were bad this year, bro. They were really bad this year.
I don't know. I never heard, like, oh, yeah, CSU has this really dope linebacker.
Yeah, I heard the tight end, Rocky Beers, just because of his name before.
Yep.
But, yeah. Pretty anonymous.
If your last name was Beers, what would you name your son?
Fizzy.
Fizzy Beers?
Yeah, I don't know. What else would you name him?
Might go first name Ice, middle name Cold.
You know what? I'd go Kurz and then Light. That's what I would do then.
Go Ice Cold Beers would go so crazy. Also, like Friday.
Yeah,
Friday
that's
beers.
a good one. After work. Golf.
Happy.
Yeah.
In the middle name Hour.
All right. I don't really got nothing else today, man. It's kind of a wait and see right now in terms of CU. There's a lot of momentum on campus, obviously. A lot of players on campus right now too. We'll have some names come out, but we've hit like a bit of a midway period, right? We've had guys leave from their middle of the week visits. We're heading on to weekend visits here, and we're expecting quite a big. Last weekend's number was pretty ginormous. I think we're expecting another decent number in terms of players to show up to campus this weekend too.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see who shows up because I heard a phrase about the players that were coming this weekend that got me excited.
Are you going to share?
No.
All right. Fair enough. Stay tuned to DNVR.com. All right. Let's run through the chat and then get out of here and then start the weekend. Don Leo says Sam Levitt is visiting Miami. We haven't even talked about Sam Levitt. That is insane. He took the worst advice in the world.
Why?
I mean, he's still, every school that he goes to is like trying to recruit over him.
Yeah, but Miami's got $4 million coming off the books with Carson Beck.
That is true too. He's visiting Miami today. Deuce Knight is supposed to be signing with Ole Miss after the news of Trinidad's waivers being denied. Who will he sign with? Sam Levitt, I believe he is talking about. I think Miami be a decent fit.
Miami would be sick.
Oh, you're back on the Levitt train then, huh? Jumping on?
Yeah, I like Levitt.
All right, hell yeah. I think Miami be a good spot for him, man. But we'll see. David, I love this year's strategy, but how many Power 4 transfers do we end up with?
10?
Apparently, we're going after more high-profile name guys now.
Yep.
So we'll see. I mean, you had the USC kid and the Texas kid popped up out of nowhere yesterday. USC kid pops up his visit today out of nowhere too. And there's more to come.
Absolutely.
Super chats, is Jade Barron his cousin? Talking about Naeten Mitchell.
When I asked that, it sounded like he was saying, kinda. When I was like, are you guys related? It was more like, no, we're just really close.
They grew up together.
Yeah,
basically.
close family friend.
Yeah, for sure. That's tight though. Shout out Jade Barron as well.
But I think someone originally on Twitter said it was like his cousin.
Right.
Which is what got that in my head. And then you see like the pictures. Is that what you were trying to show me?
Yes, I'm sorry. That's what I was trying to show you during the thing. Because I read the comment and I was like, oh, I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
What's up, Carlton? He says, shout out Coach Lewis, former CU now.
Oh, yeah. Miami.
Oh, Miami D-line.
D-Lou.
I mean, look, man. First off, he had the ties. He's gone there, but he was a great coach.
Yeah. Underrated loss, I think.
Yeah.
And maybe it was because there were so many people in that room that you didn't know really where the credit should go to.
Right.
If you remember, that was like a three-headed monster in the defensive line room that year. But clearly, D-Lou elevated our defensive line play, and clearly he he's elevating it at Miami, which is probably their greatest strength.
Absolutely, it is. I mean, I kind of forgot about that, if I'm being honest, that he went to Miami. But, I mean, Ruben Bain's going to be a top 10 pick, top 15 pick at worst. The other guy on the edge, I forget his name right now, sick name, though. He's going to go top 50, top 75-ish, and they got more kids coming in there. So
we're having the does blood determine whether or not you're a cousin conversation, which I actually wish that white people subscribe to this theory.
I do.
I'm just saying, like, my family never said that. Like,
really?
My cousins were my cousins.
I mean, I don't know if I have a few aunts that I would call aunt that definitely weren't related to me.
See, there you go.
Yeah. So
I definitely don't. Which is a bummer because I only have one cousin.
That's crazy.
I have a lot of family friends.
I've got like 10 cousins. Will Wilson come in and compete with Juju for the starting quarterback? Probably not. Probably not.
No.
There you go. Anything else, man? Last few minutes. If anything big happens, we will emergency pot it up. We got you got the weekend off, right? No Broncos game?
We are doing a watch along on Sunday for Chargers Patriots because that's an automatic. If the Chargers win, they're the Broncos' opponent.
Okay.
And also, if the Bills win on Sunday morning,
right,
then we'll know it's either Bills or Chargers going into that game.
Okay.
If the Bills lose and the Chargers lose, then we'll know it's 4-5 winner of that. So then we're going to be doing a watch along on Monday night.
Okay, sounds good. I can't wait. I'm hyped that the Broncos are just spectators this weekend too. It's going to be fun in the next few days as well. Aunts, it's same thing. Scotty will be back on Monday as well.
I've got plenty of aunties.
Yes, we all do here.
Yeah.
We all do here. But shout out to y'all, Buff Nation. It's been a fun week, man. A lot of fun getting to know these players as well.
Great week. Shout out to all the players who joined us and who have joined the herd.
Totally, man. Much more to come. As Don Leo says, he's been anxiously checking the DNVR Twitter page the past couple days. Needs some relief. Commits are coming. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah.
They're coming. All right, guys. Enjoy the weekend. We'll talk soon. Let's go Buffs.
Let's go Buffs.
We all silly like the mayor.